Welcome to a match of Starcraft 2, played by people that are way better than me. The map is a romanticide, landing in the upper left. The Terran in blue, with more GSL titles under his belt than pretty much most people combined. It is Maru. And the opponent spawning in the bottom right, the Zerg that's as fast as lightning, the hatchery in red, the reigning IEM champion. It is Reynor. Pun slightly unintended there. Reynor is reigning. Reynor versus Maru is now, when I say the obligatory, neither one of these players really needs an introduction. They're both scary good. Absolute monsters of macro play. Ladies and gents, I have a feeling that we're going to be in for a treat with this one. Already, Reynor drone out on the map, but it does not look like it is to be aggressive. Actually, quite the opposite. It appears to be scouting drone. I suspect from this series, because this game is part of a series, Maru was a bit cheeky, a bit aggressive, maybe a proxy Rax or two, because that scouting pattern going up here, that's very specific. Maru sending the SCV across the map, just going to be doing some scouting of his own. Both players appear to be offering respect to the other. Maru just checking for the hatch. Very standard Terran business. You know that timing that the hatch was finishing, that it was a hatch first. Reynor not planning anything too crazy just yet. Give it time though. Reaper for Maru gonna be coming in now. Reynor. Oh, hang on, I saw it. He hid the drone up there. Maru coming in, sniping a drone right away though. Oh, does not get the second. Will he get out? Looks like it. Looks like he will get out. Queen is here, gonna try and shut this down. Post haste. Knitting needles already. Creep tumor laid down instantaneously. Maru now just backing off scouting. He sees the third hatch. He knows a drone slipped by. Reynor with the master's level play there. Sending the drone out early, hiding it from the Reaper ever so slightly, just so that it can become a hatchery. Fulfill its inner dreams of being loved by a queen, of course. Isn't that everyone's dream? Who doesn't want Zagara hanging out with them? Come on. Terran players, I know. You don't want that. Looks like just a normal 1-1-1 coming out of Maru. Reactored Hellions, I suspect to see that third CC coming down very quickly. That's not a third CC. Maru, what are you doing? That's a fusion core. Gold League. Is that where we are? Heavens, no, we're not in the Gold League. Don't be silly. Maru was delaying putting that tech lab on until the Overlord was killed off, and I think Reynor probably noticed that too. It's a little suspicious to see the production structures all idle at the same time. You know Maru's planning something. And if I had to guess, based on the fusion core and the timing of it all, it's going to rhyme with Cattle Bruiser. It is, indeed, a battle cruiser opener. Quite exciting. Reynor got the Bane Nest on the way. What is the queen count? That is going to be the determining factor for how much damage is going to happen here. Reynor is at 6 queens. He's got 2 more on the way. He'll go up to 8. 3 hatches, so 5 roaming queens. 5 roaming queens is enough to handle 1 BC, but if Maru makes a second and attacks, simultaneously, I'm a bit worried. Unless Reynor gets more queens, he's got spores coming too. Natural main already has one. Battlecruiser gonna finish up in just a few seconds. Will it be an instant jump? Ooh, and behind this, 2 more factories. So it's a battlecruiser into mech. Warping away. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright. Hellions moving in at the same time. Battlecruiser flying overhead. 3 queens are here. They're separated though. Might be able to pick one off. Hellions going into the mineral line. Going to be handled by the Zerglings. Drone losses at a minimal 7, 8-ish right now. Uh-oh. Battlecruiser. Maru. Oh, the battlecruiser. Good job, Reynor. So, Reynor cleans it up very strongly, actually. There is another battlecruiser on the way, but Maru, I'm a bit surprised that he just loses the battlecruiser that easy. I mean, that's a huge investment. Battlecruisers, for those who may not remember just off the top of your head, 400, 300. That's insane cost to just send it out and lose it in the first engagement. That's not ideal at all. So, Reynor definitely in a good spot from that attack. Getting rid of the Hellions, getting rid of that BC while maintaining minimal drone losses. Definitely in a good position. Spire on the way. Getting both attack upgrades. Reynor feeling aggressive, attacking, if you will. More Hellions coming in. They are going to get some drones, but doesn't look like it's going to be too much. No, 5 drones, so taking them down to an even 64. Reynor going to immediately fix that, adding on 9 more drones. That's an oversaturated base, 26 on 1 mineral field. Looks like my base. My goodness. Follow the battlecruiser. This battlecruiser did not warp in. Something to point out. Battlecruiser flew over the old-fashioned way. The Wings of Liberty way, if you will. So it will be able to warp out. Which means if Maru loses this one, I'm going to be disappointed. But I think Maru has enough control to be able to handle that. Picking off, what did he Yamato'd, I believe, a queen, and then just did some damage to the extractor. Gonna abuse this poor overlord back here. Behind this, I do see mech upgrades coming on the way for Maru, so it is going to be a fully fledged mech TvZ. Going to be entertaining to watch. Meanwhile, Reynor getting more upgrades than just about anything else at this time. 8 corruptors are on the way. The BC opener does kind of force out a spire from the Zerg. In the early stage. In the later stage, you can see a couple different responses. You could be going mass Hydra, not ideal, but it could get the job done. You have corruptors, obviously, as a hammer, a bludgeon, if you will, just to try and kind of abuse the battlecruisers, beat them down in the air battle. But the corruptors may not be wholly useful then at that point if the BC building stops. Time will tell for that case. The other option is infestors. Neural parasite. Ooh. That could be exciting. Corruptor swarm now out on the field hunting for battlecruisers, just checking for bases. They do have their spit ability they can use on buildings to try and get some damage down here. Oh, Yamato. Oh, good shot. That was bloody. Rated M for mature. Sorry about that one, Zerg players. Hive Tech on the way, right on time for Reynor, who's also getting +2 upgrades. Both attack upgrades. I'm intrigued in that. I like it. No armor upgrades, though. How do you feel about that, as a viewer? Seeing both attack upgrades obtained for the Zerg, but no carapace? It's an interesting choice. Maru does spot the hive tech coming, blue flame is on the way. Things are looking to be just ever so slow for now. The mech player is getting set up. Reynor looks to be just about maxed out. He wants to get those upgrades. He wants to get a defensive line set up. Maybe some Vipers, too, once that hive is done. Then you can yoink the BCs. You can blind and cloud the tanks. You're going to try and get some damage done over here. There are a few siege tanks and Hellions in position. Blue flame is not done yet, though. Ravager Biles going down on the tanks. 2 tanks immediately picked up. More tanks coming up to reinforce, though. With the loss of the Banes, the Ravagers must retreat. Not without taking a few lives with them, though. Can the Hellions take that fight? I don't think. Maybe. They definitely can with the BC support, but Reynor not going to give him the chance. He's backing out. He's heading home. +2 attack is finishing now. Corruptors still offering some emotional support. Creep spread. Out of control. Way to go. On point. Cyclone lock-on upgrade has finished. You see the red lasers on the edge of the cyclones here. So they're going to do extra damage to armored queens. Let's see how good queens are. Oh, regicide. I'm sorry about that. Another bludgeon hit coming in now. Roach Ravager Corruptor is the current compositional choice, and it works. When you're up against a mech Terran, it's really not a bad idea, because then the Roaches, the Ravagers, can kind of brute force your way through the ground army. The Corruptors can deal with the BCs, or in this case, a floating command center. It burns. Command center goes down. Maru on the back foot. A lot of Lings in production, I saw that. Reynor going up to 86, close to 100 Zerglings now, so bit of a tech switch. He was going primarily Roach Ravager. How are the BCs? Still intact. Looks like they didn't actually get caught by the Corruptors just yet. Oh, blue flame roast. Zerglings do connect. Some of the Cyclones are going to go down, but the Zerglings will eventually get cleaned up there. Another attack being set up on the bottom blank here. 3 BCs, bunch of Hellions. What's the siege tank count at? 9? There's 9 siege tanks, but they're just very spread out. Okay. Mech Terran trying to spread out as best he can. Cover as many angles as possible. That's a lot of Ling Bane, though. Banelings rolling in. CC is lifted. BC gonna warp away, abandoning his post, neglecting the crew. Comrades left to die. Oh, more BCs over here. Did get rid of the hatch. Roach Ravager killing off some SCVs, too. Oh. Not sure who really did more damage there. Was it the Roaches and the Ravagers or the siege tank friendly fire? That is the question. Oh, Yamato. Onto the hatchery. Maru. Is he trying to get the hatch? He gets the hatch. Warp away. Not all of them could warp, apparently. He will be remembered. He killed the hatchery and gave his life for the cause. Is it worth it, though? Resources lost? Well, Maru is ahead in resources lost, but he doesn't exactly have a whole lot of map control at this point. Reynor has grown. Reynor looking to be in a very strong position, taking bases left and right. He is maxed out again, can start readying another attack. Another bludgeon, if you will. Word of the day, apparently. Roach Ravager Corruptor. Oh, yeah, there are still corruptors. There's 15. 15 corruptors. Holy tank line, though. Reynor, don't run into siege tanks. Oh, that was very Terran favored there. I think only 2 tanks went down. Maru, don't shoot your own tank. It's not good discipline. There are better ways to discipline your forces. BC's gonna get another hatch here. Oh, the corruptors though. Gonna be able to put this. Yeah, quick warp away. More Hellions in the top side, roasting some drones. It's a barbecue. 15-minute barbecue here. +3 attack on the way for Reynor's air forces. Meanwhile, armor finishing up for Maru. He is going to be at 3-3. There's still no ground carapace, though, for Reynor, which is a choice. That is something you can do, apparently. It is working. He's just kind of throwing caution to the wind. I don't need armor. I don't need health. Just give me the most attack power you can give me. Ooh, be able to catch these forces out unsieged. Oh, the yoinks. Siege tanks are going to be picked off here. Corruptors not really offering a whole lot of support. More Viper abducts. Great pulls picking off the siege tanks before they can even set up. A lot of Cyclones now. Maru shifting into a more Cyclone-centric composition. Not sure how I feel about it. The Ravagers definitely deal with the siege tanks very easily when they're out on the move. If you have, 10 siege tanks already set up, it's a bit tough for the Ravagers to get in, but the Cyclones, they'll help you on the move. That's a good offensive. BC's in the upper right doing some more damage. Bit of a dance here. Gets out. Yamato and Warp. That is the dance. Oh, caught it in time. Excellent graphics. Great observing skills. Thank you very much. This is the professional content you come to see, I know. Scouting Command Center. An interesting choice. Scan goes out towards Reynor's base, but Reynor does not care. Reynor is here. Corruptors, they could get the BCs if Reynor is able to commit, though. That's a lot of Cyclones. Huge battle. Siege tanks set up. Cyclones in position. Reynor's going to have to back up again. 42 Lings on the way. He is going to get the CC. CC does go down. How's the resources lost? Reynor still out by a fair margin on the resources lost, but it might be worth it. If you have map control and you maintain your base count, it's okay to be inefficient, especially against mech. It's really hard to fight mech on an efficient trading level anyways because of how absurd siege tanks can be. Cyclone's gonna get trapped up here. Not before they get the hatchery though. Well done. Hatchery does go down. Another group gonna be caught here, but they do repel the forces. Gonna get another hatchery. Reynor's gotta be careful. If he starts losing too many of these outlying bases, he's not gonna be able to replenish. But look at the banks. Maru is actually the one that's hurting for money. Reynor has done a fair number of damage to his worker lines, and now he's starting to pick off these outlying bases. BCs are here. Siege tanks set up. Doesn't matter though. Corruptors flying in. BCs warp away. Another abandonment. Cyclones gonna have to give way for the Baneling Ravager. Single Zergling, single Roach up against a planetary fortress. My money's on the planetary for that fight. Is that smart servos I see in production? Maru, you don't have that much money. Not sure you should be devoting resources to that. Both players actually are looking quite low on the money count. Yeah, smart servos just finished. I'm not sure that's an efficient use of your 150 minerals here. Oh, BC's being hunted down. Corruptors are gonna get one. They back off though. Oh, but it was a distraction. Zergling's gonna pick off the command center. The planetary does fall. And I'm not sure Maru is really able to replace it at this point. More abducts being pulled. Abducts. The abducts are being used. The units are being pulled into the Ravager field. That's a lot of Cyclones still left over though. Where are the Corruptors? The BCs are reigning dominant. The Corruptors out of position. BC's gonna be able to stave this attack off. Oh, a couple more Ravagers die off though. What a battle. Ooh. Giving me chills. The amount of resources lost. We're up to 80,000 collective resources lost. This is a costly battle. A couple Hellions picked off by some adrenal gland Zerglings here. Reynor just keeping tabs on the bases. You can see Zerglings set up around the map. Maru wanting to take another base. Is that the main he lifted? It looks like it. The edge of the road. I'm definitely liking Reynor's position. He's got more mineral income. He's got more bases. Able to trade. Not very efficiently, but it doesn't matter at this point. If you can replace, you can be inefficient. Totally fine. BC's in the upper right. Roach, Ravager. I think they can get it. Planetary is still alive. Repairs are made. Where are the Corruptors? They're in the middle of the map. There's really not that many Corruptors left over though. BC's wreaking havoc in this base. Roach, Ravager, unsure about their purpose in life in the middle of the map there. Oh, Zerglings do catch up with the Cyclones. Meanwhile, the Corruptors, they get the battle cruiser. One down. Cyclones are picked off there. BC number 2 going down. It is destroyed. Huge Ling Flood coming in now. And I don't think there's anything Maru can do. He doesn't have any units. He's got 1 tank, 6 Hellions. This is way too much Zerg to deal with. Cyclones being picked off. Roach, Ravager on all sides. Reynor using that all army hotkey. Get him in there. Get out, Maru. Reynor gonna take the game, ending it with a very nice Zergling push. Good job, Zergling. If you enjoyed the game, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I hope that you have a great day.